Hello, hello, Sean Patrick Mayer here, and I just wanted to talk for a moment about something that I've been witnessing and that's come up a lot in conversation lately, and I just wanted to share some perspective on how I'm seeing things. And what I want to talk about today is the idea of acceptance, right? The idea of really being willing to get somebody else's world and accept their world and not necessarily need to change them all the time. The reason this is coming up is because I was at an event the other day and I witnessed a couple people having a conversation about basically about transgender things and about very hot topics around gender and transitioning and things like that. And one of them was very, very opposed. He had a lot to say about how he didn't agree with this, right? So he didn't accept people in that way, right? At the same time, another group was talking to him and kind of debating with him about this and actively trying to change him, right? They wanted to convince him that he was wrong and tell him that he needed to be different, right? So as I'm witnessing this, I started to realize, wow, they want acceptance, but they're not willing to give it, right? So in that moment, I realized, like, I totally accept both of these people. I can accept both parties and both sides based on the fact that they may have something in them that is telling them to think this way or be this way. And so I started to engage the process simply by asking questions to try to understand their world. How can I understand more about what is driving this way of thinking without any need to change it, without any need to tell him he's wrong? And in fact, I even said at one point when I witnessed him become very heated in the debate, it's like, I have no desire to change you. I accept you for who you are in this moment. And it was amazing to witness how he softened and his shoulders kind of rolled back a little bit to where he felt a little less like he was having to defend himself and building walls. And instead he was like willing to open himself up and let us explore where does he get this sense of not accepting these people. And we come to find out that it was a safety issue for him. So it just really allowed for more connection and more ability to open up and see what was going on. But I started to recognize, like, how, if we want to be fully accepted, shouldn't we be able to fully accept if somebody doesn't accept us? Like, if that is their belief system? And are we exhibiting the same behavior if we don't say, hey, I get that you don't accept this and that's okay? You know, instead of us always trying to tell each other that we're wrong and create argument, what would it look like if the whole world chose to say, I accept you as you are? And then he says, I accept you as you are. Suddenly we're accepting each other and there doesn't have to be a debate. And even if that acceptance is like, I disagree, I'm not saying that I agree or condone your behavior. What I'm saying is that I honor you for being you and choosing based on your own experiences and your own perceptions that I have no idea of. You know, your value systems obviously are very, very different than mine, and that's founded in some experience that you've had in this life. And who am I to tell you that you're wrong? So there's just a sense of wanting to really be more accepting of one another. And this has even come up in my primary intimate relationship. It's like, how can I just be more accepting of an experience that my beloved is having instead of trying to own it or feeling triggered by it or feeling somehow like it affects me? At some level, it's just her experience, and I can simply lean in and want to understand more. And so that's really my invitation for myself and for all of you, is like, how can we just be more compassionate and accepting of other people's opinions, thoughts, or ideas or ways of being when they're not in line with ours, and as an extra step to that, when they specifically clash with ours, when they are not accepting of us, can we still be accepting of them? And how might the world change if we are really willing to step up and to level up in that way and to take the high road and say, hey, I get that you don't accept me. I get that this is a struggle for you, and I totally accept you for who you are. And how magical that would be if more and more people did that. So just wanted to share that thought. I appreciate all of you. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day.